Hey everybody, welcome so much to my channel. My name is Sean Lei and I'm a National Master here in Canada. Today, there's monumental news for the world of chess, and that is that the Twitch Rivals for Chess has officially begun between Fuslie as white and Erobb as black. Now if you missed game 1, don't you worry, because that game and its analysis is coming right up. Now, before we get into this game, let me talk about the tournament a little bit more. Now, this tournament consists of 16 of the top Twitch streamers in the world. You have people like Boxbox, people like Voyboy, people like Erobb in this game, and you have people like Moist Critical, who I am totally supporting for this tournament. Tell me who you guys are supporting, by the way, in the comments below. I want to see who most people are supporting. But other than that, they're all fighting for this sought-out $10,000 prize, and how the tournament works is that there are 4 different groups, and the winners of each group will eventually go into a championship match in which they will play each other for that grand prize. So let's get straight into the game now. Now, in this game over here, Fuslie is playing the white side, and Erobb is playing the black side. Fuslie begins with the move d4, and if I didn't mention it before, these games are 10 minutes plus 5-second increment, which means you gain 5 seconds after every single move. And in this position, Erobb has already started thinking. He spent like 30 seconds to a minute on this move, which is not natural for the first move. Perhaps he was surprised about d4, and as you should know, even though these are very smart people, they're Twitch streamers, they're very successful people, most of them didn't really know about chess before this. So d4 may have come as a surprise because a lot of beginners, most of them, play pawn e4. So let's see what he tries to do. He plays pawn d5, which is a natural, logical move, and Fuslie plays bishop f4. Now, after this move, bells are already ringing in my mind. This is a London system, and what I would think in this position is that Fuslie probably had a teacher before this. She probably had somebody to teach her this London system, and I know that she probably had someone teach her is because most teachers nowadays, if they want to teach somebody a very quick opening to learn, something that's easy, versatile, and hard to mess up, it would be the London system, the #1 opening people would recommend. It's not personally something I recommend my students. I recommend the Kali Zukertor. I think it's better and teaches you more ideas, but the London system is very good if you don't have much time, because you can put all your pieces on nice squares and you just wait for your opponent to mess up. And as we will see, eventually that might happen. So bishop f4, and after a good think, Erobb plays knight f6, which is the natural response. So far so good. And she continues with pawn e3. Now, I have a lot of frustration against the London system. I don't like it as an opening because it promotes, no skill, little skill, and it's very, difficult as black to actually do anything against it. In fact, I actually created a meme recently. You guys can see it. Let me post it on the screen right there. The thing is, this opening is just so simple and it's hard to mess up, right? So anybody can play it. Now let's see how she plays it. Though pawn e3 is perfect, and pawn c5. I'm surprised Erobb played it. This is a good idea. He's trying to break open the center with pawn c5 to try to get her to capture on c5. Now she's a very good player. She trained and she knows that all you have to do is place pawn c3, pawn e3, bishop here, bishop there, knight here, knight there, and then you don't have to think about anything. You just put all your pieces on these squares and life will be entirely good for you. So she does this. Knight c6, natural knight move, and then knight f3. Knight f3 is very good. It's on its way to, go to some good squares. And queen b6. I like his idea. I like Erobb's idea. Even though he might not have had training before this, but you can see that his moves are logical. They're attacking certain points. Now, in this position, you can already see that Fuslie kind of makes a mistake. I'm not too sure I like pawn b3. The reason why I don't like pawn b3 is because you make this pawn chain weaker. I would have rather she developed her queen, maybe to c2, maybe to d2, or maybe queen b3 to basically ask for a trade of queens and opening up the a file. That's potentially a good thing. I mean, I would have played that. b3 creates weaknesses. Not too good. Now, here, Erobb plays c4. Now, c4 is just like one of those, huh? What just happened? Like, seriously, what just happened with this pawn c4 move? what does c4 try to do? I have no clue. If Fuslie wanted to, it's possible she could have taken, though that might lead to some problems with queen b2. But the problem with this move is that she doesn't have to capture it, which she doesn't. She plays knight here, which is a good move. And the idea is now we're going to capture it, and if you capture me back, knight captures. And if you capture me here, guess what? I have an open a file for me to use. And as you can see in this position, white is quite happy. She has developed all her pieces, and sure, she's not able to bring the bishop out, but this bishop can always go to e2 instead and be happy there. So pawn e6, kind of ignoring this pawn. If Fuslie wanted to, she could always just take here, and all of a sudden, her position's winning. She has an extra pawn. This queen is under attack. The knights are all going to very nice squares, and white's just completely better because his pieces are out. For you guys who are beginners, just learning, you want your pieces to be out because if they're just sleeping at home doing nothing, then you have absolutely nothing that you can do. You can't attack, you can't defend, you can't do anything, right? So after this move, after this capture was not done and bishop d6 was played. Now after this, finally the pawn is captured. It probably should have been done a move ago, but now it's fine. And then this bishop captured here, an in-between move, a solid in-between move. Now potentially a move that could have been done here, instead of capturing right away, is maybe play pawn c5, but capturing here is completely fine as well, because it attacks the knight, and this pawn is still targeting d5, and we can trade it off next move. Now knight d7 was played, and there's a lot of pressure on this pawn, and Fuslie just plays bishop to d3. Bishop d3, not the best move, because as you can see here, this pawn is still hanging. Maybe knight f3 was a possibility to defend. Bishop d3 is just not that great. Pawn's not going to capture if he knows what he's doing, because this is a very nice square for the knights. But as you can see here, after castling over here, black castled immediately, which I'm glad he knew how to do, because castling is very good in the opening. If you don't castle, your king usually explodes. And then Fuslie sets up a small trap with queen to h5. She's setting up her pieces to success. And this is a common idea in the London system. Since your bishop is so powerful here, you can bring your queen here, and guess what? The queen and bishop are working together, and when your pieces are working together, they're going to be doing very well together, right? Just kind of like most things in life, right? So after queen h5, unfortunately, Erobb didn't see the threat, and he played queen b2, which would be a nice move if the threat wasn't here for white, because the idea is we're going to keep him from castling. If you castle, you can capture the knight for free. But the only problem is Fuslie had a threat. And if you guys could help me find it, I'll let you guys pause your videos, try to figure this one out. It's not too hard. But if you're just beginning, this might be a little bit difficult. So I want you to try your hardest and see what Erobb could not, and see if you could play better than he did. Alright, I hope you guys paused your videos. I seriously hope you guys did. Don't just, wait for me to tell you the answer. But the move that Fuslie played was queen takes h7, and that is checkmate. Outstanding move! Now, queen takes h7 is checkmate, and the game was finished extremely quickly compared to like the other games. Now, this was just an abrupt ending. Erobb was probably quite upset with this ending. He probably didn't want this to happen. A better possibility that he could have done was maybe play pawn g6, but that creates some dark square weaknesses. Maybe pawn h6, but that may lead to some sacrifices on h6. Black's situation is not very happy here because white put her pieces on very nice squares, meanwhile black's pieces are kind of stepping over each other. So that's about it for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and outro. I hope you all enjoyed and learned something from today's chess video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button and press subscribe for more daily chess content like this one over here, and that one over there. Also, if you want to join a close-knit chess community in which everybody brings out the best potential in each other, make sure to join our Discord and Facebook groups down there. Also, if you want to catch me on stream and ask me a question one-on-one personally, make sure to follow me on my Twitch at sneakiest_of_snakes. Lastly, if you want to see daily funny chess memes like this one over here, make sure to follow me on Twitter at sl_chess. Well, I'll see you in the next video.